Start every video with a smile. I guess I got to get stuff off my chest. Off your chest, off your mind, off your heart, off your spirit. Spirit. I see people there when they're too comfortable. There's an old saying is never get too comfortable with God. And I know what that, to my understanding, what that means is people feel like if they're around God, they could just talk to God any kind of way, not realizing that's supposed to be the supreme being of all. So your existence is a mere pointing oblivion to that being. If that being wastes any of its effort or time to communicate with you, we need to show respect. We need to be respectful. That's a very important thing. So that being said, that's a quick clip. So now that's like a 1 minute quick clip of this video. The rest is what's on my mind. I see people who owe you money are comfortable with you when they feel like you're just a decent person or you're helpful and stuff. People really take other people for granted. You know, I see that more and more. I kind of more understand my wife's philosophy on not really having friends and keeping your circle kind of tight. I really understand that. I do feel like if you can have positive people around you who help elevate you, and Ralph Smart talks about that all the time. A lot of people talk about the 5 people around you as the direction you're going in life or what you're building. Having those quality people around you, that's a big thing. If it be male or female, feminine energy or masculine energy, having those things around you, having those people around you. But I see people can really take you for granted, really take you for granted. So, and the immortal words of another one of my friends is, he talks about, oh, after the New Year's, I'm gonna slowly start cutting people off. No, at this very moment, I don't need the New Year's, I don't need the weekend, I don't need nothing. The moment I think about it, I'm going to start doing it. I'm doing it now. I'm just going to slowly start pulling back. More and more. Just pull back from them. Pull back from them. Next thing you know, they're going to be like, man, where you been? If you even answer the phone. See, that's another thing. If people have access to you, they're going to keep calling. There's a video that it should go live. What's today? Tuesday? It should go live Wednesday. It's just a short that I put out. I think to my knowledge, I quoted another Tommy Lee quote about basically what he says when he's getting rid of a person. He's basically said, if I ever see you again, it'll be too soon. And I made a little less than a minute clip of that. And it's an excellent quote. I understand what he means by it. I done got to such a degree with you that I have to let you go forever. Like you ain't changing. You're no benefit to me. You're no help to me. All I perceive you as not just a negative influence, but we're just going different directions. We're moving in different paths. And I don't try to have any hate or dislike for almost anybody. I mean, look, I look at my ex-wife and what she did to me. I mean, you don't hear me ever talking about her. Even my ex-fiance, man, if I loved you, I loved you. I don't have hate like that. I'm what I am. So that being said is people learn and they grow and we all move pathways. So my path is diverting humongously right now. And I'm just listening to other people talk to me and I'm thinking, man, you can talk about another person and see all their faults, but we can't see our own faults. And that's why what this is telling me is be the man and look in the mirror. Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror. And I never really understood how great that song is. That's a very good song. One of my schoolmates sung that song in the 6th grade during a talent show or event. He was pretty good at it. Largan. And I think his name was Largan or Largen. From Miss Carvage, 6th grade teacher. Interesting. Interesting. You know, but that song tells you to look at yourself. So as I'm pulling away from these other people and focusing more on my obligation, which my primary obligation other than to keep myself going is my wife. I chose that obligation. That is my responsibility. That is who I choose to be responsible for. And that's the reasons I have for myself. So, and this is hopefully the year that she gets a chance to come across here and experience America. And I still got one more trip to go to Ghana. So, but excuse me, I really understand some of the very interesting points she makes. She's a very wise person in her points, even though I do feel like if you can find good friends, be a male or female, who are true friends, you know, true people who just only seek, you know, positive interactions, you know, they're not, no one's, I'm not saying anybody's perfect, but that just goes back to this whole statement of don't get too comfortable with God. That'll be the title of this video. Don't get too comfortable with God. And I quote this saying from the biblical text, you know, you're all God's children of the Most High, you know, and God is in us, you know. And what I mean by is people get too comfortable with you. They get just too comfortable. Your money is your energy, people. Your money is energy. You got that energy. Either you work for that energy or you hustle the investments for that energy, or you hustled other beings for that energy. That is energy. Even if you inherit it, that means your forefathers, hey, they hustle people, aka how people are still living good off of generational wealth when it comes to slavery. I mean, they had 200 years head start. A lot of them who did it right, of free labor and building, you know, if they invest their money, that's where old money comes from. This is generational wealth. And I'm not faulting anybody, because if you go back deeper in history, Mongolian, Africans, Central America, there's slavery everywhere. You know, people just like to conquer people. Some had different mindsets of, you know, after a while we'll bring them into the tribe, and others just pillaged and raped and reaped the benefits of, you know, labor. So, hey, man, even you go back to the Sumerian texts of the Anunnaki, look like they slaved humans, you know, for gold to rebuild their society on their planet. So, hey, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? For those who read Zachariah Stitchin or follow Billy Carlson or the other great teachers and master teachers. But yeah, you don't get too comfortable with God, you know. And if people get too comfortable with you, you really need to analyze that. And don't wait to slowly or to cut a person off. In the immortal words of great Tommy Lee, if I never see you again, it'll be too soon. That's some deep words right there. That's some deep knowledge. But that being said, hey, I just had to get that off my spirit, get that off my mind. I'm at home chilling, just resting after work. Peace, health, wealth, and gratitude to all that are worthy. I thank you, and I leave you with a smile.